What's going on, paisanos? V here. So we finally had the Savage Strike pre-release or sneak preview at your locals. Now, the set's going to be coming out, I think at stores you're allowed to sell it by Thursday, everywhere else it's going to be by Friday. Everyone's going to be running over to get cards like Pot of Extravagance if you're looking to go to the YCS. I'm probably not going to be going to the YCS. No offense to anybody that was looking forward to me going. I really didn't want to go. A couple of the reasons why. One, I don't want to buy Pot of Extravagance. It's insanely overpriced and will maintain being overpriced until after the YCS. As well as other cards. Number two, I hate the drive. No offense to anyone who lives in Chicago, but there's an area where there's like nothing but tolls. And they're like 50-cent tolls, and I'd rather just pay the whole price at one shot. But unfortunately, you don't get to do that. You gotta eat all those tolls there and pay 50 cents for all the tolls back. I remember when I last went to, I think it was Nationals, I wanted to get a bunch of Vitamin Waters, and I had to pay so many, it was so frustrating. And that and the long drive, and if I was to go, I would fly, and I hate flying, so I'm probably not going to be able to attend YCS Chicago. Hopefully, you guys, if you are looking to see me, we'll be able to see me at the next YCS event. I think it's in Georgia. I might go to that one. I'm not 100% sure. I usually go to a lot of regionals, but I'll definitely be at Nationals this year, so looking forward to seeing all you guys there. Seriously, if you ever see me, come up, say hi. I'm just like this. I would love to talk to you guys. If you want to come by, say hi, hang out, all that fun jazz and everything about that. Butterflies and all that bubblegum and all that stuff. Moving over to the market though, looking at what Savage Strike is currently in the market, it's going to maintain being a high price throughout the week. Normally we see prices dip roughly around Wednesday and then readjust itself by Thursday morning for the Friday Yu-Gi-Oh events and all that stuff, but it's not going to happen with Savage Strike. We have a YCS right around the corner. We have a new ban list that just dropped, so all these prices are still out of whack. Now, if you see my last market watch, you've seen the fact that I couldn't even finish all the tabs I had. One, because, yeah, I accidentally hit this button. I have a stream deck, and I hit the button to stop recording. My bad. Number two, I just didn't get a chance to start recording again. I had to host a pre-release at my shop. For you guys that don't know, I own a card shop, and I had to be there on time to do the pre-release. And unfortunately, I just didn't get a chance to keep recording that content and then going back to my editor, editing it, rendering it all up, and then uploading on YouTube. I just, unfortunately, did not have the time. Hopefully you guys had a great sneak peek at your locals. Hopefully your locals had a sneak peek. I know Konami's been working really hard to give more locals availability to host these great events because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players like to play in them. It's really that simple. I got a good amount of players on my sneak peek, had a fun time, and a lot of people. You guys saw a bit of the video on the last video about my card shop vlog, in which I show some of the sneak peek. It was so much I couldn't do it all, and I was running around, and as much I uploaded whatever I could record, but I do so much more fun stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get on camera. With that said, guys, let's go right into the market watch and let's talk about what's happening here. Also, real quickly, I just want to say thank you to all my Patreons. If you guys are not part of my Patreons, check with the link below. Join up, become a Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to have your comment read at the end of the next video, please make sure to hit the comment section, type in any questions you have, guys, and by the end of my next market watch, I'll be able to address it. Also, since you're already down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get to the market watch. Number one, right off the gate, is Pot of Extravagance. It's already a little under its market price. It's $79, and we're seeing it over roughly here for roughly around $75. But there's not many price listings available. Now, these are all stores. You can see it, right? It's Gold Star. Majority of these are stores. I don't know how Gold Star's got them, but majority of these are stores who have the ability to buy these cards from their players at the sneak preview events, or maybe a store just didn't have enough players and had extra kits. They probably cracked those kits open, slapped them up online. Technically, it's a gray area with Konami, but you can do it. It's really weird. Anyway, guys, looking at cards like Pot of Extravagance, its price point is roughly around $75, and I think it's not going to go under $70 throughout this week due to the fact that so many decks can utilize this card, really abuse it. It's Pot of Greed if your extra deck doesn't matter to you. That's how simple this card is. It's Pot of Greed. Next one you get will be Pot of Greed, and next one you get will be Upstart Goblin without the 1,000 life points. I don't know, it's a really cool card, and this card is definitely another pot that we just didn't need in the game, to be honest with you. We had Desires, we had Duality, for the most part, I think we were good with that. But now we have Pot of Extravagance, which makes your Ash Blossoms that much more needed. Hopefully you have one. If not, don't worry about it. Soul Burner coming up in February 5th. will allow you to have one. Also, guys, another cool thing about Soul Burner, it ties in with Konami's Lost Art promo because you need to buy 3 for 3 Ash, or you want to play Salamangreats, boom, everything's there, and you'll be able to get that Lost Arts promo equal to the amount of how many available your store has. With that said, guys, if you have a store that has a lot and you have Lost Art promos, you might want to get those Lost Art promos before that happens because it will be crazy. It would sell out. See if stores do any kind of pre-orders. I would definitely work with a store in order to get that Lost Art promo if I was one of you guys. A player. Anyway, guys, looking at Savage Strike booster boxes online, they're $62 to be honest with you. Most stores sell for 65 cash, 70 with credit a card, or that's what I'm doing. So anyway, Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Now this card's already hitting a price point of almost near $70, and it's being seen play in a lot of decks. I wouldn't be surprised if this card sees a ton of play at the YCS next week. That's why it's in such a high price. Another card is Witcher Strike, a card which price point was roughly around $60, I think, or $70 just a couple of days ago, and now we're seeing it hit about $55. It's higher than its $44 market price, $45 market price, but it's still dropping in value. Witcher Strike is still going to be a good card. I just think it's going to be a good side deck card. I don't think I can see this card seeing any play in the main deck card. A main deck. Another card is Psychic Wheelander. Now this card is roughly around $25, spiked high in value, now starting to sell down a little bit. We're seeing about $37 for this card, and if you're looking to play Burning Abyss, you kind of want this card. Other decks definitely want to consider having this card as well. Borreload Savage Dragon. This card's going to maintain being $26, and the crazy thing about this is, look at all these listings, 5, 3, and a 29 war at around the same price point of $26. Now, I think this is a phenomenal card, but once again, like I said previously, I still think Borreload Sword Dragon's a better one. And if you're playing against other dragons, Borreload Dragon. Borreload Savage Dragon's still a great card, but I think that it's only really good in Pendulum Magicians right now. Other decks can kind of play it, but Pendulum Magicians can consistently play it, and that's why this card's a needed card for that deck. I'll have my updated Pendulum profile coming out, utilizing this card and showing you some cool stuff like that as well. Another card is Strix's Live Stage, a card that's price point of roughly around $16. We're seeing in the market for about $15 and falling. Now, I think Strix's Live Stage is a great card, but I do think that this card is... It's kind of weird with Trix's because this is their third field spell. Something that they just didn't need. You know, like an Ulti Lycaris. Trix's didn't need this whatsoever, but we're seeing it here. And unfortunately, it's going to go down in value if you are a Trixer player. Hopefully you didn't pay a lot for this card. World Legacy Guard Dragon, the ultra rare from the set, is about $13. This would absolutely drop in value. I love Guard Dragons. I have almost a full core. Luckily, everyone... I was going around my players. I'm like, dude, I will buy, you know, Guard Dragon stuff from you guys if you pull any. I fortunately got one ultra rare World Legacy Guard Dragon. I will be getting 2 more. With that all excitement said, for anyone who's out there who's all like, yeah, V, you're the man. No, I think this deck's not going to be good. I don't think this deck is going to be good up until we get Crystalline Needle Fiber. Until then, we can't talk about Guard Dragons in a real competitive state. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. I love Guard Dragons. I just don't know if they're good enough. Let's see what else we've got in this set. Ghost meets Girl. This card's going to be dropping in value. It's currently $9. It'll tank. Trickster Corbane's going to tank. This card Trident Launcher was, remember when it was $15? It's half that, and it hasn't even been 24 hours fully yet. This card's going to, well, no, actually it has, depending what your pre-release was. But this card's going to take in value. Sharinu Squire is about a $5 ultra rare. Market price shown to be $7. It'll drop in value as well. Oh, was it this one? I forgot which one it was already. Valkyrie Checks. Market price shown to be about $6. It's actually about $9. It was holding originally around $15. Every secret rare, I believe, was at least $15. And we can see this card price be, it's gonna drop. Let's be honest with you. I like Valkyries. I think they're cool, but they're just not good enough to be played in the meta. Let's see what else we got. Salamangreat Sunlight Whip was like $3, and now it's hitting almost near a price point of $5. And it's the weirdest thing because if you are going to a YCS event or a regional event, if it's before the 15th of February, it doesn't matter. They're just not good yet. I was actually want to do a Salamangreat deck file. I still might do it, but it's just not good enough yet, unfortunately, until we get the structure deck. It's decent. It's fun for locals, but as far as like, I want to bank a regional slot on Salamangreats or YCS. Not at all. Another card's Found Lights, about $3. Yeah, we know that already. Violet Chimera is also about 2 and change. It's gonna be going down in value. Let's see what's good. All the Guard Dragon cards are about like $1 to $2. And I think that's it as far as Savage Strike value. I think they're all just, after that, just, you know, dirt cheap, under $1. And especially when next week you'll be seeing these cards at like 10 cents. It's not crazy. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss is also another card that's going up in value still. The market came and went on this card, but it's still moving far higher in value. It blows my mind. Look at its market price is about $31, but the card is actually about $34. Almost in a buyout state for this card. Now listen. This is a decent card, but not good enough. Once again, guys, it's just not good enough, and I wouldn't be surprised if this card starts tanking in the market. Up next, let's talk about Sky Strikers. I know I'm not going to go too deep into Sky Strikers, just the two main ones, Shizuku and Kagari. Look at Shizuku, now that we had a little bit of time for everyone to digest the ban list, look at Shizuku's price point is $45. After that one's gone, it's going to be hit about $49 to near $50 for Shizuku Ultimate Rare. Another card is Elemental Stratos. It's about $36. It's gonna stabilize. I guarantee it's just waiting to get bought out. I don't even care. If Stratos Ulti went to like $10, I don't care because it's gonna get bought out in the future. Hero players are just not people like you and me. Trisha Likers is also holding a $28 card price. It was $30 a couple days ago, but I believe with the new meta, with the new ban list, with Savage Strike, Yu-Gi-Oh players are just not caring about Tricksters. Tricksters aren't getting the love I feel they deserve. They're still a deck that you gotta respect. Reincarnation Draw is a very scary setup that we still don't really have an answer for besides like Corbett Grave and Ash. Looking over here at OTS Pack 8, there's one Unlimited that you played, Draw and Lockbird for $45. After that, Draw and Lockbird's price point is around $59 to almost near $60 for Draw and Lockbird. It's not long before it hits 71, which Ghost Ogre is currently roughly hovering around. Draw and Lockbird this is a hand trap that's reprinted Ultimate Rare. This came out on OTS Pack 8. I wouldn't be surprised if the next OTS Pack or Konami exclusive pack has another hand trap. A lot of people want Ash, including myself, but I think Konami is not going to do that for us. I think Konami will make like a OTS pack of one of the Ghost Girls. Hopefully not Ghost Reaper, that'd be terrible, but if it does make sense. It's going to see play. If not Ghost Reaper, we might see maybe the new Ghost Girl, who knows. Looking at Sky Striker Ace Kagari, it's another card that went up in value. It spiked to 35, and now it's handling around 33. Market price showing to be about $26. This card was roughly like trying to fight to stay even at 20, and it's still, you know, fully unlocked, so this card actually is gonna be money, roughly around $30. Scapegoats is currently around $18. That limitation kind of hurts on Scapegoats. Still, if you're a Goat player, this is just good news. You now have more access to pick up Goats. Up next, Link Karibo. Now look at the showing from Link Karibo. It went up like $2, $2 to $3, mostly 2 because YGO Black Market has 8 of them at $28 for the Ultra Rare. If you want the common, no big deal. It's about $5 though. $5 for a common Link Karibo. And this is only if you play Pot Extravagance. There's other cards as well in here, but who cares? This is the one you care about. Okay. Next, guys, Mythical Beast Shaco King has finally broken under the $10 hold it was at temporarily. Market price showing this card to be about $12, and looking at the unlimited, it's actually about 10. It's about 10 after that one's gone. They hit about 11s, and for first edition, you'll see it roughly around $11 currently. Mythical Beast Shaco King and Pendulums for the most part didn't get touched in the ban list, really surprisingly to myself. I guess Konami really wants to promote World Savage Dragon because this deck can easily do it, but at the same time, this deck can be a huge problem for a lot of decks in the meta. It's gonna be really weird to see Pendulum Magicians versus Guru Control. That's gonna be a very interesting match. And I think matches like this will be actually a roll of the dice match, because you're going first with Guru Control, you flip a Summon Limit and a Raviero Warlords, or Goza match. You're gonna do a lot of things to this deck without necessarily doing anything as far as utilizing your Guru Negates, if you play Ash or Ash hand traps. So it's gonna make it really hard for Pendulum Magicians to win. Alternatively, if you're playing Pendulum Magicians, you can put enough negates on the board to make Guru Control do nothing. Another little fun fact about Guru Control, I have a deck list coming up soon, by the way. For Guru Control, they could go into Naturia Beast. They could play 1-for-1 for Fiendish, and they also run Glow Bulb, go Naturia Beast, and lock out Pendulum Magicians from even starting. It's a really interesting matchup, and I would love to see Dice Roll dot matchup. It'd be really fun to see, actually. Next, guys, Borosaur Dragon. Of course, it's money. What are you thinking? It's $90. 90 Borosaur 90. Get any of the number is useless. $9 for Borosaur Dragon. Everybody needs to have one if you're looking to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Unless you're playing some other stuff like Guru Control. In that case, the 90 you would have spent on Guru Control cards, you'll spend on this one card, or vice versa. It's really weird how that works. Looking at everything else on Cybernetic Horizon, Danger Nessie is actually going higher in value to almost hitting $40, up from its $38 market price. Danger Jackalope is about $23, up for its $20 market price. And the weird thing about this, once again, this was in the Thunder Dragon variant, and Jacob specifically was in the Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss ain't doing nothing until we get Cherubini. It might still play here and there, but until we get Cherubini, nothing real crazy. And as far as Thunder Dragons, well, I think every Thunder Dragon player has to go back to the drawing board because they got a couple of hits that they got to kind of rework. I think Thunder Dragons are still going to be a meta deck. In fact, I think Thunder Dragons have the ability to become the top dog meta deck. My opinion, I think Strikers are currently the top dog, but I wouldn't be surprised if Thunder Dragons smack them down. They've done it before. Why can't they do it again? Danger Bigfoot's also dropping in price, about $16. It just, you know, not to see much play. Cyber Rev System is about 7. Seekers, all this fun jazz. Up next, Legendary Duel System of Rose has finally had time, I think, to cool down. Let's see where these prices are at. Original schedule is roughly around $15 for this card. Harpy Perfume is about $14. Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Juggernaut, Leeb is about 9s. Express Train Bullets are about 7. Basically, there's still value, is what I'm trying to say, in Legendary Duel System Rose. And it's kind of weird. It's almost play value because people kind of play trains, but not really. Let's be real about this, but kind of. And it's kind of real the fact that collectors want in on this set as well as Harpies in general. So I feel like this set is going to maintain a little more value, a little bit longer than previous Legendary Duel set, just because it has a majority of factors working for it in its price valuation. Up next, guys, Thunder Dragons. In that case, just Soul Fusion. But looking at Thunder Dragon Colossus, it's about $51, almost at $52. Colossus was about $50 at the end of the week. It's just hovering right now, but due to the fact that Thunder Dragons didn't get a direct hit, they're still playable, just like Strikers and Altergeist. The difference is, Thunder Dragons have a huge amount of potential it could go into. Another card is Dangerous Tsuchinoko, roughly around $47, no matter how you look at it. A little higher than $46 market price, but still insanely high for a card like this. I think Dangerous Tsuchinoko is definitely going to be a card that's going to be a wanted card until we see a reprint of it. Hopefully Empowered Duelist. Trapchik's another card I'll talk about near the end of the video. Chaos Dragon Levineer is also roughly around $12. Thunder Dragon Hawk is back up to $10. Orchestrated Return I'll talk about again. I have it somewhere here in the video, I think, right? I'll talk about it right now real quickly. Orchestrated Returns roughly around anywhere from 12 until everything loads on TCG Player. 12 to about $16 for Orchestrated Return. Now, I know a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are excited. We saw Orchestrated do things, Orcus do things in OCG, and we're like, oh, that's a good deck. They're getting new cards, everyone's excited about playing them. The weird thing is, I don't think they're good. And I don't want to sound mean to anybody. I think with the right ban list, they can be good. Looking at the OCG ban list, with Strikers being so heavily hit, they're a pretty good matchup for Strikers, but not good enough. The deck I'm not sure if it's good against Salomon Grades, and definitely against Thunder Dragons, which are currently, for the most part, full power. Let's not even talk about like the fact that we have Guru Control and we have Altergeist, two of the most controlling decks in the game right now. That's all fully unlocked and fully playable. With that said, I think Orcus is good, but I don't know about. I would sell this card if I had it, to be honest with you. Up next, guys, it's not Orcus. There it is. Okay. Up next, Interrupt the Kaiju Slumber. This card's $1 minus special all day long. Market price has this card roughly being around $8. Unlimited's about $8 first edition. A little over 8. After that, it's near $10 for Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. I really want to know if this is going to see play. It's going to be really interesting to see Kaiju's in the meta again. We haven't seen it in a while. And for the most part, I would love to know if Kaijus are going to be game-breaking or not. I mean, they have a lot of great matchups right now. Think about it. Kaijus against Strikers are pretty good. Kaijus against, locking out the back row. Kaijus against Altergeist, well, there goes your Soliloquies. Kaijus against Thunder Dragons can make help get rid of the problematic cards so you can actually continue uninterrupted, or get rid of Colossus so you can search your deck out. Kaijus against Guru Control is pretty good. It's no more Guru. And they can't use Phoenix if they don't have Guru. Kaijus against almost anything is amazing. And the fact that Slumber is at 3 now, it just makes Regeki that much less of an important card. I would love to, let me see what's going on with the Kaiju cards specifically. Are they moving up in value? So that's the new Kaiju card, but it was 15. Now it's currently $10 for new Kaiju monster. Came on Savage Strike. Secret Rare Game Seals are about $6 to $7. I mean, that makes sense. Jujuguri is about 4 to 5. For the most part, the Kaiju cards really didn't increase in value. I didn't see really that big of a movement as far as the Kaiju cards. Radion is 4.5. Like, yeah, they're not really going too high in value, which is really interesting. It shows that Yu-Gi-Oh players most likely still have their Kaijus. I know I still have all my Kaijus, and I guarantee you other Yu-Gi-Oh players out there have theirs. So they're just like, screw it, we'll just play with these Kaijus because pretty good cards. So that might be making side deck play. I doubt they'll make main deck, but decks like Burning Abyss have shown in the past, competitively, 2 main kaijus. So if you're looking to play against Burning Abyss, keep that in mind. They are ready for you. Up next, Cyberstein. So there's a Cyberstein FTK, and everyone's like, no, the FTKs are back. My 2 cents on Cyberstein FTK is that it's hella, oh my god, it's gone. It's already gone. Okay, it's really inconsistent. And what I mean by that is, it revolves around this one card. And if you stop this one card, congratulations, you win at Yu-Gi-Oh! Looking at Cyberstein, as currently in price point, unlimited lightning plates about $21, almost near $22 for Cyberstein. It's a first edition, right? Dark Beginning. I'm not sure if Dark Beginning 2 had a first edition. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't think it had a first edition. Roughly around 20 bucks for Cyberstein, which is a really high price point. Sell your Cyberstein. You might FTK a couple of kids at locals before you ultimately lose. Not bad for regionals. I mean, FTKs are fun for regionals. As far as a YCS, I don't think so. Looking at El Shadow Construct, first edition lightning plate's about $35. That's a new price point, higher than its $32 market price. There's lightning plate over here. This is all just starting out. This is the market price. For Dual Alliance Shadow Constructs, it's about $13. And for the Mega Pack Shadow Constructs, it's also roughly around $13. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Shadows. We have them now. I mean, we had them before, but now we really have them. And it'll be interesting to see if Shadows can come back into the fray and team up with decks like maybe Thunder Dragons with Shadows. It'd be kind of fun to see that happen, and it'll be really interesting to see how Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can react to that. Unfortunately, with Shadow Construct, last time we had it, it was in the previous Master Rule, so it has to abide by a new Master Rule, which can be problematic, but I don't think it can. I don't think it will be. I think Shadows definitely can see meta play, and I think the best deck currently, in my opinion, people are saying Trains or Shadows, Dinosaurs. I think Shadow Dragons, not Dragon Rules, but Thunder Dragons might be a deck, and I wouldn't be surprised if Yu-Gi-Oh! Players currently are working on a deck right now. Next, Shadow Fusion. So, in my last Market Watch video, I got cut off on this card midway through explaining why I think it might have any kind of viability. Look at the market; it's about $2 already on the market, and there's a bunch of walls. You got 13, a 12 wall. There's a 6, but you know, whatever. 9 wall. Hold on 1 second. 7. I mean, there's definitely walls for Shadow Fusion. This is the best Shadow Fusion. It was bottom out on the last page for roughly around 9 of these at $10 for a Secret Shadow Fusion from Shadows of Valhalla. And here's the thing about this card. Here's the whole skinny on it. It's a good card. It was a good investment around $1. $2 is kind of wavery, but for $1, it's not a bad investment for Shadow Fusion. I think if Shadow show any kind of meta play, which I think they will show meta play, it wouldn't be surprising to see this card hit a higher value. Once again, the Super Rare Dual Alliance is a good card. This is a higher value card with cleaner card text and a nicer rarity, secret rarity. So I wouldn't be surprised if this version is the one that goes up high when Shadows see any kind of meta play. Will they? I think they will, but I could be wrong on that. I just don't think I am. I'm also looking at Brilliant Fusion. It's finally starting to go low. Got someone listed a playset for about $33 under the $35 market price. The other versions are roughly around $5 to $6. They're going to be dropping down low really fast. Card of the Mice is another card that I expected to go up in value. And the reason why is simple. We have Monarch Stormforth at 3. That card's insane. True Dracos were slowly coming back at the end of the last format. And now I really do truly believe True Dracos will be a viable deck come this format. The reason is simple. They have interruptions, they have draws, they have more draws, and oh yeah, they have a way to get rid of your monster by just getting rid of your monster by activating a spell card that you better answer for. If you don't, you lose your monster. I feel True Dracos, which had a pretty good Altergeist matchup, will now have a better Altergeist matchup. I feel like True Dracos that had a decent Sky Striker matchup will have an even better Sky Striker matchup. So it'll be really interesting to see True Dracos seeing any kind of meta play, which I think they absolutely will. With that said, if they do see meta play, what's the value? Card of Mice. It's always been the value. We have Secret Card of Mice with about $15, and then we have the original pack Card of Mice, which is about $15. 2 rarities maintaining the same value. Something's going to move, and I feel like Card of Mice will increase in value due to the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will realize that, did I say Shadows or True Dracos? Anyway, that True Dracos will be a meta deck. So keep an eye out for this card. I wouldn't be surprised if this card starts going really high in value. This is the money card in the deck. We can talk about the other True Draco cards like Green Ranger. We can talk about Green Ranger, True Draco, going up high in value. Ignis Heat, Red Ranger going up high in value. This card going up high in value because there's not many, by the way, so if you have those, hold these. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised these cards are the valuable cards and go on, make moves in the market. Wouldn't face me one bit. So if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player and you're not ready for this, you basically give games to this. Seriously, you need to be ready for this. A great way to be ready is run Master Restrict. A card which Yu-Gi-Oh! Players forgot the minute Dracos got their initial hit to losing Masterpiece. Mass Restrict. initially lost it. And the thing about this is, you don't have to buy the original Labyrinth of Nightmare or commons. We have super rares that are $1. And the reason why I say Master Trick is kind of important besides Dracos is because remember I talked about remember I talked about Kaijus? Yeah, Master Restrict their ass. If you have Master Restrict in your side deck and you're playing Strikers, you're in a pretty good spot. If you have Master Restrict in your side deck and you're playing Guys, even better a spot because you can proc Multi-Faker. Master Restrict might actually start seeing play. I mentioned in my other video about Royal Command, specifically for one deck. Well, Master Restrict might be for multiple decks, so it might be actually make this card that much more important. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you might want to consider getting this. Up next, guys, Evenly Match. From Circuit Break, price points roughly around $32, $29. Okay, here's why I give you the skinny about getting this card, because you need it, by the way, if you're playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Going second, what deck is this card not good against? Everything it's amazing against, literally everything. Maybe you could argue about Guru Control. No, can't. They play back row. You can't say it about Guys. It's blowout against Guys. Sky Strikers is amazing against Sky Strikers. Going second against Thunder Dragons when they try to go like at least 3 Thunder Dragon monsters. It's amazing against. Evenly Match is good against almost everything in the meta, and the fact that it's not in the main deck, it's weird. If you look at a lot of top tier decks that have made it in the top 8 previously, they're slowly starting to implement Evenly Match from the side into the main deck. And I know I keep saying about Evenly Match and how it should be in the main deck, but if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player who has bad dice rolls and goes second all the time, or prefers to go second, Evenly Match is your card. Keep an eye out for this card. Nightmare Griffin's on the card. It was $8 and dropping. It stopped now. It's actually hitting a price point of $10 for Nightmare Griffin. It's just a good card in general, and a card that decks that can't go U-Link or Gumblar anymore. No big deal. You can still go Nightmare Griffin and still do a soft stun on your opponent's board. Another card, like I mentioned earlier, was Trap Trick. Current price point has this card roughly around $30. First edition is definitely $30. Market price is $24. This card was $20 about a week and a half ago. Trap Trick is going higher in value because we're going more into a control meta. A meta in which you can get cards like Trap Trick and only activate, I don't know, a couple of cards, like one. Listen, you can go with Trap Trick and look through for a lot of really spicy stuff, and I feel like this card actually is starting to become more viable, because if you're looking to play any kind of decks that control the board, like Guru, Control, or Guys, well, you absolutely need Trap Trick. I don't know if this card will see main deck play, but absolutely will see side deck play. A weird thing about Trap Trick is you could, banish that new Witches card, set the Witches card. Yes, you just said it, and your opponent knows that. They better not play any games with you because they will lose their whole board, but at the same token, that card is amazing when used in conjunction with Trap Trick. That's the reason I feel this card, Trap Trick, is going so high in value. Now, will it maintain being high in value? No, absolutely not. I feel Trap Trick is going to be going lower in value soon. But due to the fact that it's at a high price point, and if you're not playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, I would sell it. I would absolutely sell this card. It's a great card. Sell it. It's that simple. If you're looking to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, like going into YCS, obviously you want to keep it for that event, but definitely I would really highly recommend not maining it unless you main that Witch's Trap card that came out in Savage Strike. So, Subterrors, obviously going high in value. I'm just going to show it to you because you already know the deal. It's money. You run 2 final battles. I'll have my Subterror deck profile coming out soon. People only run 1 Nemesis Archer, but it's already really high in value. I tried testing 2, hate it too. Hidden City is another card that you need to run 3 of, and unfortunately the market price is $20, where you've seen over here roughly around $24. And that's for a playset. And after those are gone, it actually will be hitting $26 for a good amount of time on this card, and then once all that got hits $27. But for the most part, Hidden City, in my opinion, is $26. It's down from its $30 hype, but still at a high value, and I feel like this will get bought out easily if and when Subterrors do anything after YCS coming up in Chicago. Wouldn't be surprising whatsoever. Another deck that everyone's sleeping on, and the market is slowly dying out, is Cosmos. And I think Cosmos is going to be a big sleeper deck that nobody's going to see coming. Cosmo Dolls just sound fun. Not only do they sound fun, but scary fun. And let me explain. Cosmo Dark Destroyer is still a huge problem for a lot of decks in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Remember Sky Strikers? Yeah. This card's really good against Sky Strikers. Really good against Guys, by the way. Guys who have problems with 3K B6 in general that they can't target. Yeah. Guys have a huge problem with getting rid of Borlow Dragon, which is basically like this card because you can't target it. Imagine having 3 Destroyers on board. I'm an Guys player, and I'll tell you right now, you have 3 Destroyers, it's game. I'll try to play it out, but I probably won't win. Now, obviously, the easiest answer for any Guys players would be going to Boris Sword, but have fun maintaining that card in the field against a deck that literally says, hey, this card comes out, pop a card. Hey, this card comes out, do more things. Hey, this card comes up, I gain life points during a standby phase. Cosmos is definitely a very scary deck, and actually now with Shadows being fully unlocked, can show viability within the meta. With that said, looking at the price point, Destroyers are about 17. You have one whole year for 17, but they're roughly around $20. Market price is under his $23 market price, and I think the Cosmos are a real big deck right now because of another card I'll show you in a second. Cosmojos are about 15 bucks. Tin cans are about $13, and Dark Lays is way overpriced, by the way. Strawman's overpriced. Eclipses, that's where it should be. This card should be a nickel on its best day. Dark Planet is about $2. Farm gear, all this stuff. I think Cosmos actually have a chance in the meta right now because nobody's testing for them. Nobody's preparing for them. Only people that play Kaijus are kind of testing for them, but even then, that's not good enough, I feel. And the reason why I think Cosmos are going to be showing any kind of meta play is because we have limit removal at 3. You get one good Cosmos smack with a limit removal, well, that's almost about game. The best version, in my opinion, is like Retro Pack 2. But looking at limit removal, Legendary Collection 3, Yu-Gi-Oh's World Ultra Rares are selling out. Price points for this card is actually $6. Unlimited's about $5.50, almost near $6 as well. The reason I feel Retro Pack 2 Limited Removal is the best version, because it came out Retro Pack 2. Looking at Limited Removal, it's roughly around $4 for this card right over here. And they're all unlimiteds. So, I mean, you got a bunch of them at 4. You got 4 of them at 4, and at the bottom of the page is about $7.50 for Limited Removal. Listen, even if you're not looking to play Cosmos, if you're looking to play Strikers, try this card at your locals in your side deck. I think nobody sees the limit removal coming, and Strikers, extra deck monsters are all light. I mean, all machines. Pretty damn good, and I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players will not see this card coming, especially when you say Damage Up and Sky Strikers. 1, it's hilarious, and 2, you ain't messing around. You're seriously about to take them to, you know, to the back of the shed. Anyway, guys, the comment question of the day, someone asks, hey V, what do you hate on, I believe you meant to say Gold Rarity. Someone actually, this is why John, oh yeah, he did, John Pendis, says, V, why do you hate on Gold Rarity so much? I think they're really cool looking. Well, John, the reason why I hate Gold Rarity, besides the fact that they're not cool looking, the new premium code, the last set was premium gold return to bling. I can't hardly read half the cards because the bling in them, in the text, makes the cards hard to read in general. And I'm not alone. I feel like if you go to your locals, ask a lot of people why they hate this gold card, the first thing they're going to point out is the text look horrible. But then even without that, throw that to the side. Let's take it back a bit to look at Cosmos. Cosmos Dark Destroyer, like I said, was $17. In fact, $20 after that one's gone, right? What's the gold rare version? The gold rare version, actually, where's the gold rare version? The gold rare version is $4. $4, $17 to $20. Gold rare just doesn't maintain much value. Gold rare is literally welfare Yu-Gi-Oh! And as I am a big fan of having reprints for all Yu-Gi-Oh! Players and having Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have the ability to access cards at an easier way. I just don't like gold rarity. I think it's bad resale value. I think it's bad trade value. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't really care for gold unless it's solo print or maybe even in second print. Not in the case of Destroyer, but other cards have shown to be second print to have any kind of value, and it's not significant value. Looking at a card like the Megaton cards, like Shadow Construct, the Megaton Construct is worth the same as the Dose Alliance Construct. Gold Rarity just doesn't hold good value. And since it doesn't hold good value, I don't like Gold Rarity. I don't like the fact that you can had to pay 15 bucks to open a box of Gold Rare to get a Gold Rare card that's best value is $4 as opposed to its $20 counterpart. Gold Rare cards are just doesn't appeal for me. The secondary market agrees with me, obviously, when they don't offer a lot of money for Gold Rare cards. Not that I hate on Gold Rare cards to begin with because of ugly text, but because of the value. Hopefully that answers your question, and if anyone else has any more questions, like I said, please comment them down below. If you guys have a question, I'll be able to answer on my next Market Watch. Hopefully I'll be able to answer your question out there and help you guys out. I hate Gold Rare, by the way, it's a real quick side thing. I hate Gold Rare because I hate it. It looks ugly. The original version is always better, and the fact that it's just not like it's just not good. There's nothing redeeming about it. I don't mind welfare Yu-Gi-Oh, but I want welfare Yu-Gi-Oh to actually have some standards. Anyway, I could go on my Gold Rare hate all day long, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button. Go in there, put a comment in there, and since you're already next to the subscribe button, hey, you know what? Hit the subscribe button, paisanos, and notification bell to be the first person to be notified when these Market Watches are out. Some people have a problem with me speaking really fast, and the reason I'm speaking really fast is because I haven't had no sleep and about 3 cups of coffee, and I speak fast normally. I try to slow it down. If you guys want, you can put the video on like ×2 speed or whatever you go on to think it'll help you out. Anyway, guys, like I said, please make sure to subscribe. You paisanos have a good day.